Hi, I'm Meagan Corrado, and this is Mosaic Arts Online. In this online course, I will introduce you to mixed media techniques in alcohol ink, collage, and glass, with the goal of helping you tell your story and express your feelings and experiences. The process I'm going to teach you is about building layers. Each layer represents a dimension of experiences and feelings. In this workshop, I will lead you through 3 segments as you create your layered mixed media piece. You will begin by learning about alcohol ink, discussing surfaces and techniques, as well as opportunities and limitations inherent within the medium. We will then talk about the collage process, identifying ways to incorporate personal writing, quotations, and decorative papers into your collage, and learning how to paint plain papers using the jelly plate. Finally, you will learn how to break and use tempered glass in your mixed media mosaic design. This class is not only about integrating and combining media in your mosaic process, it's also about expressing your own emotions and experiences. It's about the layers in the piece of art you create, and it's also about the layers of experience and feeling in your own story. In the next section, there's a full PDF with all the tools, materials, and resources, so you can create your own mixed media mosaics.
Meagan, thank you so much for coming to Mosaic Arts Online. I am so excited to share this style of your mixed media mosaics with our students.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
It's awesome. And this piece that you have created for the course, plus a multitude of other things that you will learn in this course, I first want to know, how did you get started in mosaics?
So I found art as a way to express myself creatively. Some of the things that I've experienced don't necessarily have words, and art has always been a creative outlet for me to be able to express things that I don't have the words for. And I definitely find this mixed media process to be just a really exciting way for me to be able to express things in color and abstractly that can't necessarily be put into words.
And it shows in all of these pieces and at the different levels and layers that you do create them. What excites you the most about this mixed media process? Because it is mosaic, but it has so many divergencies as well. So how does that get you excited?
So that's actually what gets me excited, is the fact that there are so many different ways to go about doing it. There are so many colors, there's so many materials. As you can see here, there are so many materials. There's glitter, there's alcohol ink, there's tempered glass, there's Yupo paper, there's hand-painted papers, and there's also opportunities to use things that usually we might discard, we might not have a use for, and there's a place for all of those things in mixed media mosaics, and it's just really exciting to be able to find a place for all of those things in the process.
Well, as the owner of Mosaic Arts Online, I have to say I see a lot of different processes here, but we already shot this online course, so as you can see, everything's been made, but I got pretty excited when she first started, and seeing these colors and seeing the different techniques that you use to create the shapes of the way that the paints and the alcohol inks go is incredible. And tell me about you with the mixed media, like what brings you to it?
So I really enjoy the layering process. So this is a completed piece here, and if you look closely, you can actually see that this is comprised of multiple layers. Yes. So on the back, there's alcohol ink, and then there's a layer of paper. There's a layer of fragile paper. There's a layer of more weighty paper. Then there's a layer of gold leaf. There's a layer of Yupo paper. It's actually a piece of that paper over there that was cut into tiny pieces. And then on top of that, there's a piece of paper. And then there's glass on top of that. And then in the process of creating not only this piece, but all the other mixed media pieces that I create, I'm also infusing my own emotion and creativity, and also thinking through my own stories and my own experiences as I'm creating. So it's about the physical layers of the piece of artwork, but then it's also about the emotional layers and the different experiences that also go into the creation of each piece.
Which is great, because a lot of people want to learn how to do this process, but they might have something else to tell in their story as well. But what's great about this process that I've watched you is it also takes a lot of pressure off. There isn't a specific technique to do anything. It's if you can like use a paintbrush and glue and tear paper, you can really express yourself in incredible ways, and you can't go wrong with this. Like, it's incredible. So if you're a beginner mosaic artist, or you do have some with some experience, how can people really dive into a project with this online course?
So So this process is really about creative play. It's about playing with the materials, delving into the materials, seeing what speaks to you as an individual, what colors excite you, what pieces of paper speak to your experiences, what abstract shapes speak to the feelings that you're experiencing at that particular time. And I like to say, to be honest, there's no such thing as perfect art, period.
Right.
And this process actually embraces that and says none of the art that we're going to create is necessarily going to be perfect. However, it can be perfect to us because it's expressing what we felt and what we experienced at a point in time in our lives as we're creating it. So it's absolutely user-friendly for beginners and also for people who have been creating for a very long time, because it's about play, it's about expression, and even when you do make a mistake, you can even incorporate those mistakes into your work. And it's all about the process of being creative, of playing, of reflecting. And it's also about the end product. The end product is usually pretty exciting as well.
It is, and gives you wow factor. I mean, I think that there's something to be said for the wellness factor in this process too. We're all looking for a little quiet time, maybe a little more meditative time. And this process really allows you to do that and just kind of get out of your own head and your own space. And like you said, just creative play. So I can't thank you enough for coming here and sharing this with us. And I am just so excited that there's people out there now all over the world that get to see this course. So thank you.
Thank you.